Okay, so we've got some monumental energetic shifts coming in. We have the 888 Lionsgate portal, and we have the new moon on Sunday the 4th with Mercury Retrograde. So there are some massive energetic dynamics going on around us. The message I have been getting from my spiritual team, from the divine, and it's been playing out like a little mantra, and I've sat with it for a couple of days before doing this video because I really wanted to kind of get a grip as to what they were trying to say. What they were giving me in that mantra was, button up, buttercups, because you're in for a ride. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi and welcome back to Oaklaw Door. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Attio. For those that are returning subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. And as I said, button up, buttercup, you're in for a ride. And you kind of, and when I first heard that, oh no, but we knew this was coming. It's something we've been preparing for, and it's something that the universe, the divine God has been preparing us for, especially in the last 6 months with the energies that have come in preceding these set of energies. And many of us, I know I've done many videos and lots of other people have done many videos about really digging in, really doing the inner work so that we're in a position to take advantage of these auspicious energies and these shifts that are occurring. Now, as I said in the intro, we've got the new moon on the 4th, which is Sunday, I believe, and Mercury retrograde. Now, the new moon is all about setting those intentions, planting those seeds. And if you have used the phases of the moon, if you work with the natural cycles of the planet, then there will have been things in the past that you have planted that have not yet come into fruition. And the beauty of this being a new moon with Mercury means that things from the past will be coming forward. So some will have those manifestations start to come into fruition, and I love it because we are kind of transitioning from the end of summer moving into autumn. So we are in the season of harvest, and this is why it's so auspicious. So those seeds that you planted, and you've been nurturing them, but you can see the seedlings, but there's not been any super growth. What you're actually going to find with these energies is you are going to see that growth period. It's that Mercury retrograde is going to bring that back to you. But in the same vein, those that have not been doing that, those that have run from that inner work and getting clear on what they want, and they have just been kind of, and when something ish has come onto their radar and they're like, oh yeah, I suppose I need to heal that, but then, oh yeah, but I don't want to do that. They're using their free will, and that's absolutely fine, but you're really going to feel it with this new moon, the Mercury retrograde, and the 888 portal of Lionsgate. Lionsgate, the 8-8 portal, the numerology of 8 is as above, so below. But it is also as below, so above. We're bringing heaven to earth, but we're also, which is fantastic, but we're also bringing the darkness to the light. And if you've not been bringing your darkness to the light, and you've been having the nudges to do that, divine has been in this past 6 months especially been giving you all the signs and synchronicities and giving you all the opportunities to do that work, to sit and be introspective and do the healing and gain the understanding, and in some cases the repentance, because we are spiritual beings having a human reality, and in that human reality we fuck up, and so we have to make peace with that. But if you've been running from it, if you've been denying it, if you've been turning the other cheek and not wanting to face it or take ownership of it, this Mercury retrograde on this new moon, in the expanse of the Lionsgate portal, because remember that opened on the 26th, I believe it was. So it's open, the energies are with us. It's gonna hit like a freaking tornado. I don't say that to scare you. I don't say that in any judgment. We've all been there. I've had things come onto my healing path, and I really don't feel up to doing that. We've all been there. And we all understand it, but if we repeatedly keep turning away from it, turning away from it, turning away from it, then that is just going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. If you followed my energy update for last year's Lionsgate, what the vision I was given was releasing the baggage, and that baggage is a representation of all the ish that is within us, our beliefs, our values, the things that we have done that has not been the best version of ourselves, affording ourselves the forgiveness, and not in a righteous way, but in a, okay, that was where I was then, and it may not have been a wise choice, but the choice was made because of the understanding that I had then, where I was then, what programs I was running then. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, and we tend to beat ourselves up because of hindsight, but we need to remember that that was then, and who we were then. This is us now, and now, because we have changed, because we have evolved, we can see it more clearly with hindsight. But so many people can see it more clearly with hindsight, but then they feel shame, they feel embarrassed. They don't take ownership of it. And those are the bags, because those types of really heavy negative energies wears down, and then they exacerbate. It's like that snowball effect. Like we have a snowball effect and we desire a snowball effect with our manifestations, we can also do a snowball effect with our negativities. So if we're not forgiving ourselves, if we're holding on to that shame, we just keep adding to it. We create a snowball effect, whereas if we get rid of the root cause, if we go, right, I don't need to feel that because that happened then, and yeah, okay, that wasn't the best version of myself, and I'm quite happy to do what is needed to do so that I feel like I've repented for that, and I feel that I have been honest with other people that were involved. Maybe there wasn't anybody else involved, but if there was anybody, I've done what is needed to release and give the forgiveness to other people, or ask for the forgiveness from other people, and I forgive myself, and now I am moving on because I'm a different person. Every day we wake up, we are a different person. I believe that the button-up buttercup is almost it's interesting because it was like button-up buttercup, and what I actually seen was the roller coaster with the big bars that come down and hold you into place, go suction you back. And you're kind of up, and the trepidation and all those feelings of anxiety, and how is it going to unfold, and what's going to happen, and then you hit the pinnacle, and then it's like whoosh, and you're either going to love the ride or you're going to hate it, depending on the work that you've done. But what Divine was telling me was that if you're one of those that are hating it and you're going to find it challenging, breathe through it. The biggest message that was coming through was, please do not turn away from it again. Work through it. It is an auspicious time to gift yourself the opportunity to heal, to grow. And yeah, if you really have been doing some mucky-ish, it's gonna feel like you are being beaten to a pulp. The dark night of the soul, oh, excuse me, confirmation burp. The dark night of the soul is, it's not a pleasant ride. Let's just put it that way. It's not a pleasant ride. It's not called the dark night of the soul for no reason. It is not a pleasant ride, but it's a very necessary ride to align ourselves and align our frequencies before we are gifted the gifts that come with the cornucopia. We are not going to walk into the Garden of Eden and be given all this splendor and wonder if we are not worthy of it. There will be those that have done that much dark-ish that they will run. And in that running, they will create chaos, and I've talked about that, and I don't really want to focus on that too much. We know that that is going to happen. We know that that is going to play out. We know that these energies are with us and why they are with us. It's all about the ascension. It's all about the ascension of humanity. It's getting us into that heartfelt space where we dedicate our lives to service rather than self. And there are energies out there that don't want that, because that brings about an equilibrium that is not profitable to them. So we are going to see chaos. And as I said, this is the full moon, this is Mercury retrograde, this is the Lionsgate, and these energies aren't just going to, we're not going to hit Sunday and depending on what side of the fence you are, you're going to get your ass kicked or you're going to get given a windfall. It's not going to work like that. It's going to play out over time depending on what time cycle you're on. So this full moon, the new moon I should say, comes in with Mercury retrograde, and your cornucopia, you could have done masses of work, and your cornucopia can be here, but you have one more thing that you need to do, and they will bring that to you. So it's about being alert, it's about being mindful and consciously aware of the nudges, of the synchronicities, of the messages that Divine is bringing to you. And also checking in, thank you Spirit, also checking in that it's your energies. And I say that because Spirit just reminded me of an incident that happened, not yesterday, the day before, where I started humming a song in my head. And it was very, it was a love song, but it was entrenched in codependency. And it was basically saying that we can't be the full expanse of our love selves if we're not partnered up. And it's one of the old 80s songs that I kind of grew up with, and I was and then as I was singing the words, I was consciously aware of the words for the first time probably in my whole life, and I kind of with it, and I was like, whoa, this is not my belief, this is not my energy. Because I am a huge advocate, be it right or wrong, it's my belief that we should all be independent soul sovereigns, and then we choose to share our lives with another. We don't get involved with another because we need something or someone. And so when I actually listened to those lyrics, I was like, whoa. And when I sat with it, when I meditated, what I realized is because of where I'm at and where I'm going, there were intentional negative energies because they can't get through my boundaries in other ways, in ways that they were able to in the past. They were trying to plant seeds within my energetic field. They were trying to plant seeds in my field. And they weren't my seeds. And so you need to really check in with yourself, because then I had to go and rake that field and clean it all out. It's being mindful, it's being very aware and checking in with yourselves. Is that mine? Does that belong to me? Is that what I believe? And that's why it's so important to get to know yourself, to really understand yourself and where you're going. And that is a process, it's a journey. We talk about that. But I just wanted to get on here to say, drink plenty, rest plenty, be introspective. If you can this weekend, carve out some you time away from everything, away from social media, away from everything and everybody. Have time for yourself so that you are able to process the energies coming in and then integrate them and start to plan your aligned action depending on what comes in. And that will roll itself out and will be added to and taken away from over the next weeks, months. It's an ongoing process. Many of the things that I kind of predicted and said and was shown back in 2023 just really started hitting at the beginning of July. So that was over a year ago. And so know that it can take time, and just allow it. Allow the flow rather than trying to control it. If you are one of those people that you have had energies on your back that have been malevolent, and as these new energies come in and as this plays out, you will get to witness, a lot of us will get to witness that karma. I want to say there's two things going on there. One, we get to witness that karma because divine wants to show us that there is divine justice. It wants to reaffirm that. Two, and this is the key area, divine is also assessing our level of heart expansion. And it's doing that by, when we see somebody going through their karmic lesson, are we sat there going, Ha! And I'm not going to take that away from you. If you've been faced with a lot of malevolent energies, your human self, your natural reaction will be to go, ha. It's if you stay in that energy, or if you go, right, okay, yeah, I understand why I did that, because I have gone through X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. So there is that human aspect in me that is a little bit, ha, ha. It's not high vibrational. You know it, I know it, we all know it. It's not high vibrational. And what my guides are actually advising me and want to share with you is yes, okay, we do that, we release it, we let it go, we forgive ourselves because it's not high vibrational, and then we sit in a space where we, thank you, another confirmation, excuse me, sorry, where we hold loving space and we wish them well, and we, albeit from afar, I'm not saying you reach out and you recontact and you re-entangle your energies with those people, but from afar wish them well, because remember, we are all one, we are all connected. And so wishing ill on one is wishing ill on all, self included. Wishing well on one is wishing well on all. And it's about showing yourself more than divine, showing yourself the amount of expansion that you have, the ability to sit there and go, you know what, you have been to me or in my life and made things so difficult, whatever your story is, but I don't wish that on you. You have to do it. It's part of your process. It's part of your journey. It's something that divine wants you to look at. But I'm just going to kind of just quietly give you a little bit of energy, and I wish you well. I hope you work through it. It's my dearest wish that you work through it and you come out the other side and you're able to rebuild yourself from a soul space rather than an egoic space. Is that it? Have I said it all? Yeah. Okay. So that's it. That was the message that was coming through. I've covered everything as far as I'm aware. I have. Okay. My team just said enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. There are a lot of people out there that have done a lot of work, that have been battling, especially those that have been with me up on the spiritual realms, you know, battling those fronts. It's been heavy going, it's been heavy duty, and now it's time to not sit back on our laurels, but to give ourselves permission to have some fun and to enjoy, and give ourselves the space to really enjoy and relax for a little bit. Just for a little bit. It's all about that balance. So if you've liked the video, then hit that like button. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe. When you're doing so, hit the notification bell, and then you will get updates when I post a new video. Until next time, take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend.